Welcome to Sleep, a place where every gentle sound guides you toward peace, and every moment helps you drift into deep, restful sleep. I'm so glad you've joined me tonight. Dear listener, settle in and let your body sink into comfort. Feel the gentle weight of your blanket, the soft curve of your pillow supporting your head. Take a slow, deep breath in and let it out even slower. Let your shoulders drop, your hands rest, and your feet stretch comfortably. The room around you hums quietly, maybe with the faint whisper of wind brushing leaves outside. Let that sound mingle with the warmth you feel from beneath your blankets. Just for a moment, release the day and allow yourself to drift into calm. Our story today begins in a long stone hall nestled deep in a small medieval village. The kind of hall where the roof is high enough that it nearly touches the sky, where beams of aged oak stretch across the ceiling, and where the hearth always burns a steady golden flame. It is autumn, and the wind has begun to roam freely across the hills, rattling branches and sending a soft cascade of amber and russet leaves tumbling through the village streets. The villagers gather here each evening when the chill begins to press against the wooden doors. They wear cloaks of wool, some patched from years of gentle use, others fresh with the scent of lanolin and smoke. The air carries the earthy aroma of the herbs that simmer on the hearth's edge: sage, thyme, and rosemary, grown on the hillside gardens tended by monks who once wandered these slopes. You can almost hear the soft hiss as each leaf and twig curls and settles in the warm flames. At the center of the hall is a great, low hearth. The flames crackle quietly, not too loud, just enough to create a soft rhythm, a heartbeat of warmth. The villagers arrange themselves on benches and cushions around it, some leaning back into the wall for support, others stretching their legs toward the fire's glow. There is no rush here, no pressing need to speak quickly. Voices murmur in gentle tones like a river moving over smooth stones, occasionally punctuated by the soft pop of burning embers. Tonight, as the wind whispers through the gaps in the stone walls, the eldest villager, wise, soft-spoken, with a voice that seems to wrap around you like a thick blanket, begins to tell a story. It is the tradition of the Hearthlight gatherers. Only gentle tales are shared once the autumn winds start to howl. The story begins slowly, deliberately, each word chosen for its soothing cadence, each pause long enough for the mind to drift a little. Imagine the shadows of the fire dancing across the faces of the listeners, warm flickers painting patterns on walls and ceiling beams. The sound of the wind outside is steady but distant, curling around the corners of the hall without ever intruding. The scent of the herbs drifts lazily upward, mixing with the faint tang of smoke and the rich earthiness of wool and old wood. There is a calmness here that seems almost tangible, a soft, invisible blanket enveloping everyone present. In one quiet corner of the hall sits a young child, her chin resting in her hands, eyes wide but soft, not from excitement, but from the gentle attentiveness that comes when a story is meant to lull you. Beside her, an older man sips from a small cup of warm herbal brew, his breathing slow and measured, matching the rhythm of the storyteller's voice. Around them, others exchange small, contented nods, some leaning toward the fire just to feel its glow along their cheeks. And now, as the tale begins, picture yourself stepping slowly through the wooden doors of this long hall, letting the cool autumn air fall away behind you. With each step closer to the hearth, you feel the warmth wrap around your shoulders like a soft cloak. Your ears pick up the gentle murmur of voices, the faint pop of the fire, and the whispered rustle of leaves from outside. You settle on a bench or cushion, stretching your legs, and allow your eyes to soften, gazing at the golden flames. If these quiet tales are helping you drift off, a gentle like or a silent subscribe would mean the world. It helps this sleepy corner of the internet reach others who need a little calm too. I always wonder where in the world you are listening from right now. If you're still awake, leave a whisper of a comment, maybe your city and the time on your clock. It's a beautiful thing, this quiet little global gathering, all connected through stories and stillness. Now, let's set the mood. Dim the lights, maybe turn on a fan for that soft background hum, and get comfortable. Our story resumes as the eldest storyteller begins again. Once, in a valley just beyond the hills that cradled this village, there was a gentle river. It wound through fields and orchards, carrying leaves that had turned the color of amber and gold. Along its banks, travelers and villagers alike would pause, listening to the water's soft flow, imagining that each ripple carried a whispered secret from the heart of the autumn. And so it was that the villagers of the Hearthlight gatherers, inspired by these quiet rivers and the soft sweep of the season, began their own ritual. Each evening, they would light the fire, gather the herbs, and share stories meant to calm the mind. These stories were never hurried. They moved like the smoke rising from the hearth, curling slowly toward the ceiling, dissipating only when the mind had already begun to float. Tonight's tale, you see, is one of a wandering minstrel who carried a small wooden harp. He traveled the hills, following the rhythm of the wind, letting it guide him to quiet glades and amber forests. With each gentle pluck of his strings, the leaves would stir softly, as if dancing to the lull of his music. His footsteps were slow, measured, and each note was a soft invitation to rest. You might imagine the minstrel's cloak brushing against the fallen leaves, the faint crunch underfoot, the distant call of a lone owl. The sound is never startling. It is always soft, always steady, like a heartbeat in the dark. You breathe in the crisp, clean autumn air as he walks, feeling the gentle sway of the trees, the slow tilt of the hills, and the subtle, soothing pull of the earth beneath him. The villagers in the hall listen to the minstrel's story with eyes half closed, the fire's warmth rising in soft waves through the room. Outside, the wind continues its quiet wandering, brushing against the stone and wood, but never too harsh, never too urgent. The combination of warmth, gentle sound, and the steady rhythm of the storyteller's voice begins to pull you deeper into calm. Each word a soft step down into the velvet of sleep. As the minstrel walked through the amberlit hills, the soft carpet of fallen leaves cushioned each step. Imagine the gentle crackle beneath his boots, a slow, satisfying rhythm that blends with the sigh of the autumn wind. The air carries the crisp scent of damp earth and ripening apples, a fragrance that feels like a warm embrace around your chest and shoulders. Each breath you take in this quiet scene is deep and slow, filling your lungs with calm and letting your body sink further into comfort. He came upon a small copse of oaks and maples, their branches painted in golden reds and soft yellows. The wind passed through them with a whisper, and the leaves responded with tiny, rustling murmurs, almost like the faint applause of the earth itself. He stopped for a moment, resting the wooden harp against a gnarled root. and watched the leaves drift lazily down, spinning gently in the air. You might picture this, a single leaf turning slowly, floating down as if time itself had slowed, landing with a soft brush on the forest floor. The minstrel settled on a moss-covered stone, allowing the warmth of the day's lingering sun to settle across his shoulders. His fingers hovered above the harp strings, and when he plucked them, the notes were delicate, soft, curling through the still air like smoke from a quiet hearth. Each sound carried a warmth that seemed to reach out to the trees, the fallen leaves, and even the soft moss beneath him. In this quiet moment, the entire forest seemed to breathe with him, inhaling and exhaling as gently as you might while wrapped in blankets on a cool autumn evening. Somewhere nearby, a rabbit stirred among the ferns, its small movements almost imperceptible. A distant stream chuckled softly, tumbling over stones worn smooth by time. The minstrel's music threaded through these sounds, joining the whisper of wind and the subtle rustle of leaves, forming a symphony so calm that even the stars beginning to emerge overhead seemed to slow their twinkle. You can imagine sitting here beside him, feeling the gentle rhythm of life all around, and noticing how your own heartbeat begins to match the quiet pace of the world. The villagers in the long hall back home lean closer to the fire as they listen to the story unfold. Some wrap their cloaks tighter, letting the woven wool press gently against their skin. Others lift small cups of herbal tea, inhaling the faint perfume of chamomile and mint that rises in lazy spirals. Every sip is warm, calming, and each gentle murmur of conversation around the hearth blends with the storyteller's voice like a soft, familiar song. In the forest, the minstrel slowly rose, letting his cloak sway in the wind, and began following a winding path toward a hilltop. The way was lined with hedgerows, each one dotted with tiny berries that glowed faintly in the soft, fading light. Imagine the subtle shimmer of their reds and oranges, the quiet glimmering like fireflies resting for the night. Step by step, the minstrel moves in perfect harmony with the soft breeze, and you can feel your own body starting to loosen, muscles releasing tension you didn't realize you were holding. As he reached the top of the hill, he paused to look out over the valley below. The village's long hall glowed in the distance, a tiny cluster of warmth and light among the darkening fields. The roofs were tinged with frost's first hint, yet the hearths inside each home promised comfort, safety, and gentle companionship. You might imagine hearing that soft pop and crackle from here, even though you are outside in the cool, clean air. The sound blends with the wind and leaves, a lullaby composed by nature itself. The minstrel began to play again, slower now, each note lingering longer in the air. Some leaves twirled down from the trees above, joining the music as they brushed the earth softly. Birds, settling into their nests for the night, added their own muted chirps, just enough to become part of the soundscape, never sharp or jarring. You may picture leaning back on a soft cushion of moss, eyes half closed, letting the chill of the evening brush your cheeks while the warmth of music and fire seeps inward. Back in the hall, the villagers close their eyes, imagining the same hills, the same wandering minstrel, and the soft, golden amber light of autumn filtering through the trees. A gentle hush falls over the room. The only sounds are the fire's quiet pop, the low murmur of voices in appreciation, and the occasional sip of herbal brew. Every detail of this scene is designed to ease the mind, to slow thought, and allow rest to approach quietly like a tide inching onto the shore. As night deepens, the minstrel descends the hill, taking care with each step over the roots and fallen leaves. The wind follows him, carrying the faint music down toward the village. He imagines that each note will reach the long hall, curling softly around the villagers, bringing warmth and calm, like a blanket being draped gently over sleepy shoulders. The stars above are sparse and delicate, tiny points of silver light that blink slowly, like the slow opening and closing of eyelids, matching the rhythm of your own breathing. Every detail is soft, measured, slow. The crunch of leaves underfoot, the low whistle of wind through the hilltop grass, the hush of distant animals settling in for the night. Even the minstrel's cloak moves in harmony with the wind, the fabric whispering against his arms and shoulders. And you, listening quietly, are moving closer and closer to that same soft, slow pace, letting each sound, each image, guide your thoughts toward stillness. He pauses one last time before entering a small hollow where a trickling stream waits. The water is clear and smooth, reflecting the faint glow of the moon that has now risen high in the autumn sky. He sets down the harp, letting the final notes drift across the water, curling around rocks and reeds until they fade gently into silence. This silence is warm, embracing, full of the promise of rest. You can feel the same warmth spreading from the hearth back in the long hall, through the story, through your own imagination, wrapping you in comfort. The minstrel finally finds a small clearing near the stream, tucked between gently sloping hills. The moonlight spills softly across the ground, turning every fallen leaf into a delicate, glowing fragment of gold. Imagine the hush of the night around him, the wind brushing softly against the tree branches, the faint rustle of dry leaves swirling in lazy circles across the forest floor. Each sound is slow, deliberate, as if the world itself has paused to breathe. You feel the same gentle pause in your own body, shoulders sinking, muscles loosening, eyelids softening. He settles beside the stream, letting the soft water hum against the stones. It is a quiet, unhurried sound, like a lullaby that has been playing for centuries. The minstrel dips a hand into the water, watching the small ripples dance and spread, each one catching moonlight and scattering it in tiny, shimmering sparks. You may imagine this gentle shimmer reflecting across your own vision, each spark a soft signal for your mind to drift a little further into calm. In the long hall, the villagers lean further into the cushions and blankets, eyes closing slowly. The fire burns steadily, the warmth curling around ankles and shoulders, moving like a quiet, patient river. Someone takes a slow sip of their herbal tea, the steam rising and curling lazily into the cool night air, carrying the gentle scent of chamomile, mint, and a hint of honey. Every small sound and scent is a thread weaving the listener into the tapestry of rest, each moment deeper than the one before. The minstrel begins to hum softly, no words, just a tone that blends with the night. His fingers trace a few final strings on the harp, producing the faintest notes, delicate and airy. The birds are silent now, all nestled in nests, and the small animals of the forest have hidden in their burrows. Even the wind has softened, moving gently as if respecting the quiet lull that stretches across the hills. You feel the same soft hush settle over your own mind, thoughts drifting like leaves carried downstream, each one slower than the last. He pulls his cloak tighter around his shoulders and leans back against the mossy stone, letting the warmth of the earth seep through. The gentle music of his harp and the soft hum of his voice echo in the clearing, blending with the streams murmuring and the faint sigh of leaves above. You can picture yourself here, seated nearby, feeling the cool brush of autumn air on your face, while the warmth of story and hearth fills the rest of your body. Your breathing is slow, rhythmic, and in sync with the sounds surrounding you. Back in the hall, one by one, the villagers' heads begin to nod, eyes fluttering closed as dreams approach gently. A mother leans toward her child, whispering a soft good night. An elderly man sighs in contentment, feeling the fire's heat along his toes and the blanket's weight on his lap. The rhythm of murmured voices, the crackle of the hearth, the faint clink of cupsel of it slows and blends, creating a cocoon of calm that even the cold autumn wind outside cannot penetrate. The minstrel stretches his legs and gazes up at the night sky, now dotted with countless stars. He notices how the constellations move slowly, almost imperceptibly, and imagines that the same stars are watching over the long haul, over the villagers, and over you, listening. There is a deep, steady serenity in that thought, the connection between earth, sky, and every quiet heart in the night. You feel it too, a soft, steady pulse, reassuring, comforting, and safe. He gathers his harp again, standing slowly, and takes one last turn along the stream's edge. The water reflects the moonlight in gentle ripples, and the sound seems to carry the music downstream, past hills and through valleys, reaching every sleeping creature. Imagine this music, traveling lightly, softly, brushing over trees, fields, and rooftops, reaching you in your own space, and easing your mind toward stillness. Each note is slow, deliberate, and comforting, a gentle whisper to your nervous system to rest, to relax, to release. The forest around him is calm. A soft mist begins to settle near the ground, carrying the clean, earthy scent of autumn leaves and damp soil. Tiny droplets catch the moonlight, sparkling softly like 1,000 miniature stars resting on the ground. The minstrel sits once more, allowing the quiet night to wash over him, and you, listening, may feel that same sensation. Imagine yourself surrounded by this soft mist, held warmly by blankets, hearthlight, and gentle music, the cool air brushing lightly against your cheeks but never chilling, always comforting. Back in the long hall, the last few murmurs of the villagers fade. The fire burns low now, small embers glowing like tiny orange gems. The herbal tea has been finished, and the scent lingers, faint but sweet. The cloak-wrapped bodies, half asleep, breathe slowly, comfortably. The storyteller's voice has softened into near silence, each word leaving a faint trace, a gentle echo of warmth and safety. You are part of this scene now, your body and mind wrapped in the calm of the hearth, the comfort of story, and the serenity of autumn night. The minstrel closes his eyes, letting the last of the night's music drift away, and imagines the warmth of a cottage hearth nearby, the quiet hum of conversation, the soft light flickering over familiar faces. That warmth, that serenity, that gentle rhythm is what he carries back in his heart, and now you carry it too. Let your eyelids fall fully. Let your shoulders, your hands, your legs sink more deeply into the mattress or cushion beneath you. Each breath is slower, heavier, and more peaceful than the one before. Outside, the wind moves softly through the hills, rustling only the leaves that are ready to sleep. The stars continue their slow dance in the sky, steady, unhurried, and constant. Inside the long hall, the warmth of fire, herbs, and quiet human presence flows through each listener like a gentle tide. In the forest, the minstrel sleeps beside his stream, wrapped in his cloak and the quiet of the night. And you, listening now, are part of the same calm, the same gentle rhythm, drifting deeper into rest with each heartbeat, each breath, and each soft, slow moment. The minstrel remains beside the stream, the soft hum of the water his only companion. Each ripple glimmers faintly in the moonlight, reflecting the night sky in tiny, moving diamonds. Imagine leaning against a soft moss bank, feeling the cool earth beneath you, while the warmth of your blankets and the memory of the firelight in the long hall settle around your shoulders. Each exhale releases tension, and each inhale fills you with calm, like a gentle wave washing over the shore of your mind. Night creatures stir faintly in the distance, a fox padding softly through the underbrush, an owl flapping lazily to its perch. Their movements are quiet, unobtrusive, harmonizing with the sound of the stream and the whisper of leaves in the trees. The minstrel plucks a few notes from his harp, so soft they barely disturb the night. But the tones carry a comforting resonance, wrapping around the cool air like a familiar blanket. You feel the music settle over you, soothing muscles, slowing thoughts, drawing the mind closer to stillness. Above, the stars gleam steadily, their light faint but constant. You may picture tracing constellations with your eyes, noting the gentle arcs and curves, letting them guide your gaze upward, then letting your eyes fall back closed, sinking into warmth and calm. The hills and trees seem to bend slightly in the silver glow, embracing the minstrel, embracing the stream, embracing you. Everything is soft, slow, and unhurried. In the long hall, the villagers breathe evenly, heads nodding gently toward sleep. The fire flickers one last time before settling into low, quiet embers. The gentle aroma of chamomile and mint lingers, blending with the faint scent of wool and earth from the autumn night. Every small sound, every soft shadow is a thread pulling the listeners, and now you, into a cocoon of rest. The minstrel rises slowly, brushing his hands along his cloak. The air carries a faint chill, but it is not harsh. It is the kind that makes the warmth of a nearby fire or blanket feel even more comforting. He steps lightly, leaving soft impressions on the moss and leaves, each step deliberate and calm. You can imagine moving alongside him, walking slowly without hurry, letting the rhythm of your footsteps match your breathing, slow and steady. He finds a small hollow surrounded by gentle ferns and wildflowers, their colors muted in the moonlight. He sits, resting the harp against his knees, letting his eyes close for a moment. The world is quiet except for the soft symphony of wind, water, and leaves. You feel a similar quiet descend over your own space, the world outside your room fading softly, leaving only this calm, slow, gentle moment. A small, golden leaf drifts down from a tree above, spinning lightly in the air before landing near his cloak. He picks it up, turning it over in his hands, noticing its intricate veins, its soft curl at the edges. Imagine yourself holding a leaf like this, feeling the texture between your fingers, observing it closely, and letting the small, deliberate action anchor you in the present, in serenity, in calm. The minstrel begins to hum again, a single, soft tone, long and unbroken. It rises and falls in waves, blending with the stream and the gentle sigh of wind. Each hum is a small, invisible thread, weaving together the elements of night, the fire's warmth, the water's song, the whispering leaves into a single, seamless lullaby. You feel your eyelids growing heavier, your mind drifting more deeply. Each note of the hum a step further into calm, quiet rest. Back in the hall, the last murmurs of conversation fade completely. The villagers' breathing is slow and rhythmic, synchronized with the soft, invisible rhythm of the world outside. Outside the doors, the autumn wind moves over hills and through trees, carrying with it the faint aroma of distant herbs, fallen leaves, and cool, damp earth. The air itself seems to whisper, inviting every listener to relax, to let go, to drift deeper into slumber. The minstrel leans back fully against the soft moss, his harp resting beside him. Moonlight touches his cloak, the leaves, and the stream, highlighting the quiet patterns of night. His eyes close, the music of the evening lingering like a soft cloud around him. You, listening, feel a similar weight of calm, your body pressing into softness, your thoughts slowing, each one fading gently, as if carried away on the stream beside him. Time moves slowly now, deliberately, each second stretching with a gentle ease. You feel the warmth of story and fire, the softness of blankets and cloaks, the embrace of autumn night around you. Every muscle, every thought, every worry drifts away like leaves on the water, carried downstream to a quiet place. The minstrel's music, the firelight of the long hall, the sigh of the window merge into a single continuous lullaby. Even the night sky seems to listen, stars twinkling with a slow, patient rhythm, as if breathing in and out with you. Your mind follows their pace, eyelids heavier, breath slower, body sinking further into comfort. The hearth, the hall, the minstrel, the forest, they are all here in your imagination, wrapping you in warmth, wrapping you in calm, holding you gently as sleep begins to bloom. And so the world rests, the villagers, the minstrel, the autumn hills, and you. Every sound is soft, every movement slow, every heartbeat a quiet reminder that all is safe, all is warm, all is calm. The wind may whisper outside, but inside is serenity, and inside you are free to drift, to dream, to float gently into the night. The minstrel's eyelids are heavy now, his soft hum fading into the gentle ripple of the stream beside him. The night is quiet, but not empty. Every sound has a rhythm, a slow, soothing cadence. Imagine sitting beside him, leaning against a soft bank of moss, feeling the cool brush of autumn air against your cheeks, the warmth of blankets or a cloak wrapped around your shoulders. Each inhalation brings calm. Each exhale releases any lingering tension until you feel as light and effortless as a drifting leaf. Above, the stars have multiplied, sparkling faintly through the thinning clouds. Their glow is soft, almost imperceptible, like the embers of a fire just before sleep settles fully over the hearth. The moon hangs low in the sky, silver and still, casting a gentle light across the forest floor. Shadows stretch lazily, curving around roots and stones, dancing lightly in the breeze. The minstrel allows himself to sink fully into this stillness, and you, listening, feel the same calm begin to flow through your body. A soft rustle draws his attention, a small fox moving through the underbrush, pausing to look at the quiet stream. Its eyes catch the moonlight, amber and warm. It takes one delicate step forward, then another, its movements silent but deliberate, mirroring the slow rhythm of your own breathing. You can imagine the fox pausing beside the water, taking a drink, then retreating silently into the shadows. Its quiet presence adds to the peace, the sense that everything in this world is gentle, soft, and safe. Back in the long hall, the fire has dimmed to tiny golden embers. Smoke curls lazily upward, carrying the faint scent of herbs, chamomile, and a hint of honey. The villagers are asleep now, each breath long and slow, bodies sinking into the warmth of blankets and the quiet companionship of others. The storyteller leans back, allowing silence to fill the spaces between the embers' faint crackle. That same silence settles over you, a blanket for the mind, for the heart, for the body. The minstrel gently lays his hand on the harp, letting his fingers rest lightly on the strings. No music comes now, only the memory of notes already played, drifting through the forest like a delicate fog. Leaves stir softly in the wind, just enough to remind the night that life continues, but never enough to disturb the stillness. You feel your own body soften further with each passing moment, every tiny movement dissolving, every worry melting away, until you feel as though you are floating just above the forest floor, cradled by earth, air, and quiet. A single gold-tipped leaf falls from above, drifting slowly, spinning gently in the breeze, before landing on the soft moss near the minstrel. He watches it for a moment, noting the intricate veins, the curl of the edges, and then closes his eyes. You imagine reaching out to touch it, feeling the delicate texture beneath your fingers, and letting that simple, mindful action carry you further into stillness. Each tiny detail, the leaf, the stars, the stream, the soft rustle of the wind, is a thread guiding your mind toward rest, toward deep, untroubled sleep. The forest itself seems to lean in closer now, wrapping the minstrel and you with a sense of gentle protection. The wind slows, the water murmurs softly, and every leaf, every blade of grass, every stone rests quietly. Your breathing has matched this pace, slow and steady, inhaling calm, exhaling tension, until even the idea of movement feels distant and unnecessary. The warmth of the long hall, the memory of firelight, the taste of herbs on the tongue, and the lingering notes of harp music mingle in your mind like a soft, golden haze. Time stretches gently. Each second is long and unhurried, allowing your thoughts to drift, to settle like soft sediment in still water. You may feel yourself slipping further into the embrace of sleep, the boundary between imagination and rest fading, leaving only calm, only warmth, only serenity. The minstrel's soft hum has become a memory, the stream's murmur a lullaby, and the rustle of leaves the whisper of a world that is entirely at peace. Even the autumn wind seems to hush itself now, curling softly around trees, stones, and moss. A final, gentle breeze brushes across your cheeks like a soft kiss from the season itself, reminding you that all is safe, all is still, all is exactly as it should be. Your body surrenders fully, your mind floats freely, and you are weightless in the quiet comfort of this story. The minstrel leans back fully, listening to the night's gentle chorus, the stream, the leaves, the faint whisper of wind. You imagine yourself beside him, eyes closed, breathing deeply and evenly. Every heartbeat a soft drum in the rhythm of the night. Slowly, gradually, the forest fades from sharp edges into a soft, glowing haze. The warmth of firelight and blankets, the gentle companionship of villagers, and the lullaby of music and nature merge into a single, comforting presence. And now, as you lie there, wrapped in blankets or resting on pillows, you may notice that your body feels heavier, more relaxed, your mind quieter, softer. The long hall, the forest, the minstrel, the stream, and even the small fox are all part of this calm world, a world created just for you, where every sound, every scent, Every sight is designed to soothe and relax. You feel safe, supported, and ready to drift further into sleep. Your eyes close fully now. Each breath is slow and even. Each heartbeat carries you gently, like a leaf floating on the stream beside the minstrel. Your thoughts dissolve, one by one, leaving only the soft echo of the story, the warmth of firelight, the quiet companionship of autumn, and the deep, restorative embrace of sleep. And so, the villagers, the minstrel, the forest, the stream, and you, everything rests in perfect calm. The fire crackles softly one last time, then settles into quiet embers. The stars shimmer faintly overhead. The autumn wind curls softly around the hills. And in this perfect, gentle world, you drift fully into sleep, carrying with you the warmth, the calm, and the serenity of the Hearthlight gatherers. The minstrel remains seated beside the stream, but now the forest around him seems even quieter, more attentive. Each tiny sound, the soft trickle of water over stones, the sigh of a leaf settling on the ground, the distant call of a night bird forms a delicate rhythm. You can picture it all as a symphony designed to lull the mind. Each sound blends seamlessly with your own breathing, slow and steady, inhaling calm, exhaling tension. Above, the branches sway gently, their leaves brushing together in soft whispers. Imagine reaching out to touch one, feeling its smooth surface and the subtle texture of veins beneath your fingertips. Each leaf has its own story, its own path from tree to ground, and as you watch, you feel the story of the forest, of the autumn hills, wrapping gently around your mind, holding you in comfort. The minstrel picks up a small stone from the stream's edge, rolling it slowly between his palms. Its coolness anchors him in the moment, and you may imagine holding a similar stone, feeling the subtle weight, letting its quiet presence ground you. The stream murmurs beside him, carrying the faint scent of wet moss and autumn earth. Inhale slowly, letting the aroma fill your lungs. Exhale slowly, letting your muscles loosen and your mind soften. From the hilltops above, the wind carries faint whispers of distant villagers, still lingering in the warmth of their hearths. You can imagine the faint, comforting murmur of voices' stories being told, laughter that's soft and low, the delicate clink of cups in gentle rhythm. Though they are far, you feel the warmth of human presence stretching across the valley, a quiet network of comfort and calm that reaches even you wherever you lie. The minstrel slowly stands and walks along the stream's edge, each step deliberate, soft, cushioned by moss and fallen leaves. The forest floor seems to bend gently underfoot, cradling him, and by imagining yourself beside him, you can feel the same support beneath your own body. Every step releases tension, every breath fills you with serenity, and every glance at the shimmering water adds another layer of calm. He notices a family of hedgehogs near the stream, their tiny forms rustling in the underbrush. They pause, sniffing the cool night air, then scuttle softly across the mossy floor. Imagine watching them, quiet and careful, feeling a slow smile curve across your lips. Their careful movements mirror the rhythm of your own breathing, reinforcing the gentle cadence of night. Above, the moon has risen higher, spilling more silver light across the autumn leaves. The gold and russet colors glow softly, and the shadows curl like sleepy cats against the tree trunks. The minstrel sits again, resting his harp across his knees, letting the night wrap around him. You may picture the warmth of your own blankets, echoing the soft embrace of the moonlight, a gentle contrast of cool and warmth, soothing, and safe. He begins to hum again, almost imperceptibly, letting the sound float over the stream. The music travels lightly, brushing over the hedgerows, the moss, the water, and the trees. Every note is deliberate, slow, and weighted with calm. You can feel your eyelids growing heavier with each note, each sound pulling your thoughts further from the busy day, letting them drift down the stream of your imagination. Near the edge of the clearing, a small owl perches on a low branch. Its eyes are bright but gentle, reflecting the moonlight in soft amber glows. It watches the minstrel and the hedgehogs with quiet patience. You may imagine the owl observing you too, as if granting permission to let go, to surrender fully, to rest. Its presence is calming, steady, a silent companion guiding you toward deep, effortless sleep. The minstrel dips his fingers lightly into the stream, letting the water run over his hands. Imagine doing the same, cool, soothing water touching your skin, washing away the last remnants of stress. The sound of the stream mingles with the faint hum of the minstrel and the soft rustle of leaves, forming a gentle chorus designed to lull the mind and body. With each small movement, each delicate sound, your breathing grows slower, steadier, more rhythmic. Back in the long hall, the villagers have all drifted into sleep. You can picture them wrapped in blankets, faces softened by warmth, the faint glow of embers still illuminating their resting forms. The slow, steady rise and fall of their breathing matches the rhythm of the forest, of the minstrel's soft music, of the stream, and of your own chest as it expands and contracts. You are part of this gentle network now, connected by warmth.com and shared serenity. The minstrel rests once more on the moss, eyes closed. A gentle breeze swirls leaves around him in a slow, hypnotic dance, letting some drift onto his cloak and lap. Imagine yourself lying down nearby, eyes closing softly, letting every leaf, every note, every gentle sound wrap around you like a soft quilt. Every muscle in your body releases. Every thought drifts like the leaves along the stream. Above, stars twinkle faintly, almost imperceptibly, in the dark autumn sky. Each one pulses slowly, as if breathing with you, as if signaling that all is safe, all is calm, all is exactly as it should be. The minstrel leans against a tree, letting the warmth of the day's fire linger in memory, blending with the cool night air. You can feel that same warmth and coolness mingling around you, a perfect balance of comfort and serenity. As the story stretches on, every detail, the sound of water, the rustle of leaves, the faint owl hoot, the distant ember glow, the soft touch of moss, the slow movement of hedgehogs becomes a thread in a delicate web of calm. You feel suspended in this web, safe, warm, and drowsy, each thread guiding you further toward the threshold of sleep. The minstrel hums one last note, low and resonant, letting it fade into the night. The forest listens, the stream listens, the animals listen, and you listen too, letting the sound dissolve slowly into nothing, leaving only warmth, quiet, and calm. Each heartbeat, each breath, each rustle of leaves echoes softly in your mind. The world is slow, soft, and gentle. You are ready to drift fully into sleep. The minstrel leans back against the soft moss, the harp resting beside him. Above, the night sky stretches endlessly, dotted with stars that seem to shimmer ever so gently, like tiny lanterns hung in the vast darkness. Imagine tracing them with your eyes, following their slow arcs, letting your gaze soften, letting your mind follow their quiet, steady rhythm. Each blink, each breath, each subtle sound of the forest draws you further into a deep, restful calm. A faint rustle moves across the clearing. A family of field mice scurries along the roots of an old oak, their tiny paws barely disturbing the leaves. You can picture them pausing briefly to sniff the cool air before continuing on their slow, careful journey. Their gentle, deliberate movements mirror the rhythm of your own breathing. Inhale, exhale, land. You feel yourself sinking even deeper into stillness. The stream beside the minstrel reflects the moonlight in soft, rippling patterns. He dips a hand in again, watching the water flow around his fingers. Imagine placing your hand beside him, letting the water run over your skin, cool and soothing, as if it is washing away all lingering thoughts and tension. Each tiny ripple is like a wave of calm flowing across your body, carrying you further into relaxation. A soft breeze drifts through the trees, rustling leaves above with a delicate, whispering sound. Imagine the gentle brush of the wind on your cheeks, light and comforting, carrying the faint scent of earth, of fallen leaves, and the distant aroma of herbs from the villagers' long hall. The air is cool, but not harsh, wrapping around you like a soft cloak, perfectly balanced with the warmth of blankets and the comfort of imagination. The minstrel hums a few gentle notes, low and resonant, letting them drift along the stream and across the clearing. The hedgehogs pause, sniffing the air before curling into small, cozy balls near the roots of trees. A pair of owls settle quietly in the branches above, their eyes blinking slowly, watching the scene with calm patience. You feel this quiet presence, these small creatures joining you in the gentle lull of night, adding layers of peace and comfort to your own body and mind. The long hall glows faintly in your imagination, distant but warm. The fire burns low, its orange embers pulsing softly like a heartbeat in the dark. Villagers are wrapped in blankets, each one breathing deeply and evenly, their dreams weaving through the warmth of the hall. You can sense the same warmth surrounding you, pressing softly into your shoulders and back, carrying the quiet joy of hearth and companionship. The minstrel rises slowly, moving along the edge of the stream with deliberate steps. Each footfall presses softly into moss and fallen leaves, creating the quietest of sounds. Imagine walking alongside him, each step releasing tension from your body, each movement synchronizing with your breathing. The forest itself seems to bend slightly to accommodate, the ferns and grasses swaying in rhythm, welcoming you to this place of calm and gentle attention. Above, the moonlight glints off tiny droplets of dew settling on leaves and stones. Each drop catches the light like a tiny crystal, sparkling softly, reflecting the silver of the night sky. Imagine reaching out to touch a leaf or stone, feeling the cool, delicate surface under your fingertips. Each contact is grounding, slowing the mind and letting the body surrender further into comfort. The minstrel sits once more beside the stream, letting the soft ripples carry his last few notes into the night. The music mingles with the natural sounds around him, the rustle of leaves, the distant call of night birds, the faint whisper of the wind. You can picture every sound, every detail, wrapping around you like a soft quilt, enveloping you in warmth, calm, and safety. The forest darkens slowly, the night deepening around the minstrel and the stream. Even the stars seem to dim slightly, their twinkle steady but subtle, a gentle reminder that the world is calm and patient. Your own body follows this rhythm, your breath slowing, muscles relaxing further, thoughts dissolving like mist across the hills. Every detail in this quiet scene, every leaf, every animal, every note of music guides you deeper into drowsiness. The minstrel leans back fully, eyes closed, listening to the harmony of the forest at rest. The water murmurs, the leaves sigh, the animals settle. You feel your body and mind in tune with this rhythm, every heartbeat a soft drum in the lullaby of night. The warmth of imagination, the gentle trickle of the stream, and the soft blanket of autumn around you combine to form a cocoon of deep, restorative calm. The breeze shifts slightly, brushing lightly over the minstrel's cloak, and you feel that same soft touch across your cheeks and shoulders. It carries with it the faint scent of herbs, leaves, and earth, mingling with the memory of firelight from the long haul. The night is cool but welcoming, safe and gentle, perfectly supporting the slow, steady release of tension from your body and the soft quieting of your mind. All around, the world breathes slowly, as if in harmony with your own rhythm. The minstrel hums once more, a low, soft sound that stretches through the clearing, blending with the murmuring stream and the whispering leaves. You may feel your thoughts slowing to match this rhythm, your eyelids heavy, your body sinking further into the blankets, pillows, or bed beneath you. The small forest creatures continue their quiet lives, hedgehogs curled up in ferns, an owl blinking slowly from its perch, the field mice retreating into hidden burrows. Each movement is deliberate, slow, and gentle, reinforcing the idea that all is calm, all is safe, all is exactly as it should be. You feel yourself part of this same gentle rhythm, your body melting into rest, your mind following the same slow cadence. The stream reflects the moon one last time, its surface calm, unbroken, mirroring the serene night sky above. The minstrel allows the final faint notes of his harp to dissolve completely, leaving only the sound of flowing water and the soft sigh of wind through the leaves. You can feel your own body mirroring this quietude, every muscle letting go, every thought drifting, leaving only warmth, calm and gentle, dreamlike rest. The village rests quietly beneath the soft glow of the moon, small cottages huddled together along winding cobblestone paths. Imagine walking slowly through the streets, each step muffled by fallen leaves and the soft cushion of earth at the edges. The air carries a faint, comforting aroma smoke from chimneys curling gently skyward, the sweetness of roasting apples or baked bread, and the subtle herbal scents that villagers have grown in window boxes and small gardens. Lanterns hang outside the cottages, their warm light flickering softly in the cool night air. You can imagine their glow brushing across wooden doors, gently illuminating ivy crawling along the walls, and casting slow-moving shadows across the cobblestones. Each lantern light seems to pulse gently, as if breathing in rhythm with your own slow, calm breath. The villagers themselves are quiet now. Some are tucked into small beds, blankets pulled close, faces relaxed and soft. Others sit by the hearth, curled under thick cloaks, sipping the last of their warm herbal teas. The faint murmur of voices drifts through the village, soft and low, telling stories in gentle tones, just enough to remind you that life continues in calm, slow, familiar rhythms. A blacksmith's cottage sits near the edge of the village, the forge long cooled for the night. You can imagine the faint scent of soot lingering in the air, mingling with the sweetness of autumn leaves. The hammer and anvil are silent, but memories of their soft, rhythmic clanging during the day linger in your mind. forming a gentle heartbeat beneath the calm of night. In the village square, a small fountain trickles softly, the water sparkling faintly in the moonlight. Imagine leaning down to feel the cool spray on your fingertips, each droplet tiny and comforting. The sound of the water blends seamlessly with the crackle of distant hearths and the whisper of autumn winds through the trees, creating a soft, layered lullaby for your mind. Small gardens spill over with the last of autumn's harvest pumpkins, cabbages, root vegetables, and herbs. Each leaf shivers slightly in the night breeze, as if saying goodnight. You can picture a villager tending to a few last herbs by moonlight, hands slow and careful, every movement deliberate and unhurried. Their calm presence adds to the feeling of warmth and safety that pervades the village. Children's toys, forgotten in the straw of doorways or along narrow paths, lie still. You can imagine tiny wooden horses, carved by gentle hands, rocking softly in the breeze, or dolls resting in baskets lined with cloth. Even these small objects feel alive with the comfort of memory and care, reminding you that the village is a living, breathing cocoon of peace and familiarity. The village's stone well stands quietly in the center of the square. You can picture the rope coiled neatly, the bucket resting beside it, waiting for morning. The water inside reflects the moon softly, like a silver mirror, and each gentle ripple seems to echo through the village, carrying a sense of calm from one cottage to the next. Dogs sleep quietly in doorways, curled into balls on warm straw, their soft breaths creating gentle rhythms. Cats stretch lazily on windowsills or under trees, tail curling slowly, eyes blinking drowsily at the moonlight. Even the animals seem to share the deep relaxation of the village, their stillness reinforcing the calm that flows through every street, every hearth, every cottage. From the tavern, far off but faintly audible, a lone lute strums a slow, simple melody. No words, just notes flowing lightly, blending with the night sounds, the water, the wind, the rustle of leaves, the distant stir of animals. You can imagine the music spreading slowly through the village, brushing against every rooftop, curling into every window, wrapping every villager in its gentle, hypnotic rhythm. Above, smoke rises lazily from chimneys, spiraling into the night sky, carrying the warmth of kitchens, hearths, and quiet conversation. The stars above glimmer faintly, reflected in puddles along the cobblestone streets. You can imagine walking through the village, eyes soft, feeling the cool air brushing your cheeks, inhaling the faint, sweet, earthy aromas, and letting the calm of the place seep into your body. Every cottage, every street, every tree in the village feels alive with a soft, protective warmth. The long nights of autumn stretch gently, carrying with them the slow, deliberate heartbeat of this small, medieval world. The minstrel's distant hum mingles with the village sounds, echoing softly through streets, gardens, and cottages, reminding you that you are surrounded by safety, warmth, and calm. Even as the villagers sleep, the village seems to breathe, gently lights flickering softly, doors closed, smoke rising, water flowing. You can feel it too, this slow, steady rhythm, guiding your own body to relax, your mind to drift, and your thoughts to dissolve into quiet, deep, dreamlike rest. The village is wrapped in a soft, quiet glow, the moonlight washing over cottages and cobblestones with a gentle silver hue. In the small bakery at the edge of the square, a low fire hums in the oven. Though the bread is baked and the day's work done, You can imagine the lingering warmth and faint scent of yeast and honey wrapping the room in comfort. The smell drifts through open windows, brushing softly against the night air and carrying a sense of home into every corner of the village. In one corner, an elderly villager sits by a hearth, tending a small flame. The wood crackles softly, sending occasional pops into the quiet room. You can imagine the gentle orange glow flickering over the walls, over the straw mats, and the simple wooden furniture. Every movement turning the fire, adjusting a log, sipping slowly from a cup of herbal teas, calm and deliberate. A quiet rhythm that invites you to settle, to breathe slowly, and to feel every muscle in your body soften. The blacksmith's forge, long dormant for the night, seems almost alive with memory. You can picture faint sparks from the day lingering in the air, like tiny fireflies reflecting in the moonlight. The smell of soot and iron is faint now, comforting rather than sharp, a reminder of steady work, skill, and the gentle passage of time. Even in stillness, the forge seems to hum softly, resonating with the steady pulse of the village. Along the cobblestone streets, small lanterns sway gently in the breeze. The soft light dances across doors, walls, and windows, creating quiet patterns of shadow and warmth. You can imagine pausing for a moment under one, tilting your head slightly, and feeling the light brush across your face like a gentle hand. It is soft, reassuring, and hypnotically calming, each flicker inviting your body to sink deeper into rest. In the village square, the fountain murmurs quietly, water trickling over stone edges. The sound is hypnotic, each drop a tiny note in the night's lullaby. You can imagine placing your hand near the water, feeling the cool touch, and letting the sound guide your mind and body into a slow, rhythmic calm. The gentle repetition carries a sense of safety, of time stretching leisurely, and you feel yourself drifting with each ripple. Cats curl into balls on windowsills and along the edges of stone walls. Their slow, deliberate breathing matches your own, small purrs vibrating faintly through the quiet night air. Dogs rest on soft straw mats near doors, tails tucked, bodies curled, breathing steady. All the animals share in the village's calm, reinforcing the sense that every creature, every person, and even the world around you is at ease. Some villagers have left small, gentle lights in their windows, tiny candles flickering behind lace curtains. The glow is soft and golden, painting quiet shapes on walls and streets. Imagine walking past these cottages slowly, eyes soft, feeling the warmth from each window seep through, mingling with the cool night air, and carrying a deep, peaceful comfort into your body. A small child's wooden toy lies abandoned near a doorway, the wood smooth and worn from gentle hands. You can picture the toy rocking slowly as the wind brushes past, moving without urgency, a quiet rhythm that mirrors your own breathing. Every small, deliberate detail of the village, the lanterns, the hearths, the animals, the toys forms a network of gentle, hypnotic cues, each one coaxing the mind toward calm and drowsiness. The village wells are still, the ropes coiled neatly beside their buckets. You can imagine the quiet water inside, reflecting the moonlight, tiny ripples forming and dissolving slowly. The sound is faint but steady, like a heartbeat, a reminder of life and stillness existing together, perfectly balanced. This rhythm, soft and constant, invites your own heartbeat to slow, your muscles to relax, your mind to release all remaining thoughts. From a distant cottage, A lute hums softly through an open window. The notes are long and slow, carrying with them the memory of daytime melody, now transformed into a gentle lullaby for the night. Each note drifts down streets and alleys, brushing softly against every wall, leaf, and window, eventually wrapping around you. You can imagine the sound settling across your shoulders, flowing down your spine, and melting every remaining trace of tension from your body. Above the village, stars glimmer faintly in the clear autumn sky. Their light is soft, quiet, and steady, like distant eyes watching over the peaceful village. You can imagine tracing constellations in your mind, following gentle lines across the sky, letting your attention drift upward and outward, away from stress, toward calm, warmth, and serenity. The villagers themselves rest in rhythm with the night, the slow rise and fall of breathing, the occasional turn beneath a blanket, the soft sigh of sleep settling over each cottage. You are part of this rhythm now, connected to the gentle pulse of the village. Each inhale and exhale echoing the calm that permeates the air. The wind stirs the leaves one last time, brushing gently across roofs, fences, and cobblestones. You can feel it softly against your skin, carrying the faint sense of herbs, wood smoke, and autumn soil. Each tiny sensation is a reminder that you are safe, supported, and completely immersed in the slow, deliberate calm of the village night. The village is now wrapped completely in the calm of night. The last flickering lanterns sway gently in doorways, their soft light casting long, warm shadows across the cobblestones. You can imagine walking slowly through the empty streets, your steps cushioned by fallen leaves, each one crinkling quietly beneath your feet. The air is cool, tinged with the scent of herbs, smoke, and autumn soil, carrying a feeling of comfort and deep safety. In the largest cottage, the long haul villagers gather one final time by the hearth. The fire crackles softly, sending tiny sparks drifting up the chimney. Imagine the warmth radiating across your body as you settle onto a thick woolen blanket, the gentle heat seeping into your muscles, coaxing them to relax. The air is filled with the soft murmur of voices, telling stories in whispers, careful to be soothing rather than stirring. A storyteller begins to speak, voice low and deliberate, almost a hum. They tell of gentle autumn nights long ago, when the wind carried songs from distant hills, and leaves danced like tiny golden lanterns. You can picture every detail as the words settle softly around the crackle of the fire, the shimmer of embers, the glow of lanterns, and the steady, slow breathing of everyone listening. Each phrase is a lullaby, a thread weaving calm through your body and mind. Outside the window, leaves stir softly in the breeze, brushing against one another in a quiet rhythm. You can hear the faint trickle of the fountain in the village square, the slow sigh of wind through tree branches, the distant rustle of small nocturnal creatures moving in the underbrush. All these gentle sounds mingle into a single, soft symphony, carrying your thoughts away, leaving only calm, warmth, and the sensation of being held in a safe, sleepy cocoon. The villagers' pets settle close to the fire. Cats stretch and curl, purring low and steady, while dogs breathe slowly, their bodies rising and falling in quiet harmony with the rhythm of the night. Imagine the gentle vibration of a cat's purr against your hand, or the slow, deep exhale of a dog's body nearby, each sound embedding a sense of serenity deeper into your own muscles. A child, tucked beneath a blanket in the corner of the long hall, drifts off to sleep, clutching a small wooden toy. The soft, deliberate weight of the toy in tiny hands mirrors the slow, steady cadence of your own heartbeat. You feel the same warmth and gentle presence in your own chest, a steady reassurance that everything is safe, calm, and right. The storyteller continues, voice barely above a whisper now, recounting a tale of autumn moonlight spilling across the hills, of streams glimmering like silver ribbons, of leaves tumbling lazily from trees. You can imagine the scene unfolding outside the village, the quiet hills, the glimmering stream, the gentle rustle of leaves, all moving slowly, harmonizing with your own breathing. Each word is a gentle brush against the mind, smoothing away tension, dissolving the day's worries, and carrying you further toward sleep. Outside, the village fountains and wells glisten faintly under the moonlight. You can picture tiny ripples moving lazily across the surface, each one a subtle reminder of the world's gentle, unhurried rhythm. The air smells faintly of earth and damp leaves, cool but comforting, carrying the essence of autumn into your lungs. Each inhalation calms, each exhale releases, and you feel yourself merging with the rhythm of the village night. The fire in the long hall dims, leaving only the faintest glow, and the storyteller's voice becomes slower, softer, stretching each word into a gentle lull. You can feel the warmth of blankets, the gentle press of your pillow, the soft embrace of the hearth's memory in your mind. Every detail, the flicker of light, the rustle of leaves, the hum of a lullaby, seamlessly into the rhythm of your own breathing, inviting your mind to drift, to float, to rest. Outside, the wind carries faint scents of herbs and earth, brushing softly against rooftops and through the village streets. The animals stir only slightly, then settle, their movements slow, deliberate, and calming. You may picture this gentle world as an extension of your own body. Each soft sound, each cool brush of air, each flicker of light, a thread weaving calm, drowsy serenity into every muscle and thought. The storyteller's tale drifts to a close, words tapering into silence, leaving only the faint crackle of embers and the soft symphony of the night stream, leaves, animals, and wind. You feel the same quiet within yourself now, your body heavy but relaxed, your mind calm, your thoughts dissolving like mist across a still autumn morning. In this perfect, gentle village night, you are surrounded by warmth, calm, and the steady, sleepy pulse of life. Every sound, every glow, every rustle carries you deeper, until your mind floats, your body rests, and sleep embraces you fully. Good night, dear listener. The village sleeps, the hills breathe, and you drift, completely and effortlessly, into a deep, gentle slumber. The village is now a quiet cradle, tucked beneath the soft curve of the autumn hills. Imagine walking slowly through the streets once more, lanterns flickering gently at each doorway, shadows stretching and bending like slow dancers across the cobblestones. The air is cool but comforting, carrying hints of smoke, baked bread, and herbs from small gardens. Each inhale fills you with calm, each exhale lets go of any remaining tension, and the rhythm of your steps begins to match the heartbeat of the village itself. A gentle mist rises from the fields surrounding the village, curling softly along hedgerows and creeping slowly toward the cottages. The mist is thin and comforting, carrying the faint scent of wet earth and autumn leaves. Imagine brushing your fingers through it, feeling coolness melt into warmth, a whispering veil that wraps around you, softening the edges of the world and your thoughts. At the edge of the village square, A small group of villagers sits in a circle, their voices barely audible, telling quiet tales of past harvests, moonlit walks, and gentle adventures through the hills. Their stories are soft, rhythmic, full of pauses that let the listener breathe and sink into the cadence of their words. You can imagine sitting with them, wrapped in a woolen cloak, hands resting on your knees, breathing in sync with their quiet harmony. The fountain trickles on, its water shimmering under the moon like liquid silver. You can imagine leaning down, dipping a fingertip into the cool flow, feeling the gentle pulse of the night through the water. Every ripple, every tiny splash is a subtle whisper, encouraging your muscles to release, your mind to drift, your eyelids to grow heavier. A cat slinks silently along the walls of the cottages, tail swaying slowly, paws pressing lightly against the stones. You can hear the soft patter, each step deliberate, measured, and almost imperceptible, blending into the hush of the night. The cat pauses by a lantern, watching the flickering light with calm, curious eyes, then continues its gentle wander through the village. You feel the same calm curiosity, the same slow, deliberate presence settling into your own body. Above the village, stars twinkle faintly, and the moon hangs low, spilling silver light across the streets and fields. Imagine tracing constellations slowly with your gaze, letting your eyes follow invisible lines between the stars. Each line is a gentle guide, leading your thoughts away from worry, leading your body to sink deeper into warmth, comfort, and quiet sleepiness. The villagers' pets have all found cozy spots: dogs curled on straw mats, cats on hearth edges or windowsills, hedgehogs tucked beneath fallen leaves. Every soft breath, every small twitch, every gentle sigh blends into a symphony of rest, inviting you to synchronize with it. You may feel your own chest rising and falling in time with the rhythm of the village, the forest beyond, and the lullaby of night itself. From a small cottage at the end of the street, a gentle lullaby drifts through the air. A mother hums quietly to her sleeping child, her voice a soft thread weaving through the village night. You can imagine this lullaby brushing past you, wrapping around your shoulders, settling into your chest, your mind, your arms, until every part of you feels calm, soothed, and ready to drift deeper. The wind carries the scent of late autumn apples from a nearby orchard. You can imagine reaching toward the trees, brushing fingers along smooth, round fruit, feeling the cool, slightly rough skin, and inhaling the soft, sweet aroma. Each breath invites a deeper calm. Each exhale releases tension, until your body feels weightless, cradled by the gentle world around you. Lanterns sway softly in windows, reflecting golden light onto the cobblestones, creating a delicate dance of shadow and glow. You can imagine walking slowly beneath them, your eyes half closed, absorbing the warmth and calm, feeling each step melt tension from your legs, your back, your shoulders. The village seems to breathe in perfect harmony with you. Every flicker of light, a heartbeat of serenity. Every soft rustle of leaves, a sigh of comfort. A small owl perches high on a gable, blinking slowly in the silver moonlight. You can picture it watching quietly, calm, steady, a silent guardian over the village. Its presence reminds you that you are safe, that this moment, this night, and this gentle rhythm of life are all here for you, supporting your body and mind as they drift closer and closer to sleep. The long hall hearth glows faintly, its embers soft and pulsing, echoing the slow rhythm of the village night. Imagine sitting nearby, feeling warmth seep into your hands, your feet, your back, until every part of you feels soft, heavy, and completely at rest. Outside, leaves stir one last time, the stream trickles faintly, animals settle, and the wind sighs gently, carrying the village into a slow, quiet lull that you are now fully a part of. The moon hangs low over the village, spilling silver light across rooftops, cobblestones, and quiet gardens. The leaves on the trees shimmer softly, each one catching the light in a delicate dance, as if the village itself were breathing slowly. Imagine walking along a narrow path that winds between cottages, your bare or soft-shod feet brushing against fallen leaves. Every sound, the rustle of leaves, the distant trickle of the fountain, the gentle creak of wooden shutters folds around you, guiding your thoughts into calm, slow patterns. At the center of the village, the long hall stands with its heart glowing faintly. Inside, villagers gather, wrapped in woolen cloaks, sipping herbal teas that warm from the inside out. You can feel the soft weight of a blanket over your shoulders, the gentle heat radiating from the fire, and the subtle aroma of sage, rosemary, and thyme filling the air. The stories shared here are not of adventure or conflict, but of quiet moments. A bird nesting in the eaves, a stream reflecting the moon, a lost kitten finding its way home. Each story moves like a soft, slow wave, lulling every listener into deeper relaxation. Outside, the gentle autumn wind carries the faint scent of burning wood from the hearths, mingling with earth and fallen leaves. You can picture a pair of owls gliding silently between the trees, their wings brushing against the cool night air. Even their movement is slow, deliberate, and calm, as though the entire world has agreed to pause and breathe together. You feel yourself synchronizing with this rhythm, your own body softening, your mind easing, drifting in harmony with the night. Along the village streets, small lanterns sway, painting golden pools of light on the cobblestones. Shadows dance slowly and lazily along the walls, shifting gently with the wind. Imagine reaching out and feeling the faint warmth of a lantern, the light brushing against your fingers like a soft whisper. Each step you take is measured, unhurried, letting your muscles release tension. Your heart beats slow, your thoughts melt into the quiet magic of the village night. A gentle trickle of water comes from the village well, echoing softly in the stillness. Tiny droplets glisten in the moonlight, like scattered stars that have fallen to the earth. You can picture bending close, letting the cool mist settle against your face. Each droplet, a gentle tap, calling your mind to rest, your body to relax. Every sound, every shimmer, every breath of wind carries a sense of peace, wrapping you further into the soft cocoon of the village. Inside the long hall, a young child curls up beside the fire with a small wooden toy. The gentle warmth of the embers presses lightly into the blankets, and the faint, slow crackle of the fire becomes a heartbeat, a slow, steady guide into sleep. You can imagine the hush of the room, the soft murmur of voices, and the lull of the night wrapping around you, a quiet rhythm that mirrors your own breathing. Outside, the forest surrounding the village hums softly with life. Tiny nocturnal creatures stir in the underbrush, but their movements are careful, gentle, deliberate. You can hear the rustle of a hedgehog nesting in leaves, a rabbit padding lightly across soft earth, a fox moving quietly along the distant ridge. Each sound is a delicate thread, weaving together with the wind, the water, and the firelight, forming a blanket of calm that stretches across the hills and into your body. The villagers' pets have found their own quiet corners. Cats stretch, curl, and purr softly. Dogs sigh and rest, tails twitching slowly. Even the animal's breath becomes a gentle rhythm to synchronize with, a soft, lulling vibration that travels from the hearth to the streets, from the cottages to your own chest. You can feel your body following these rhythms, every exhale releasing more tension, every heartbeat sinking deeper into warmth. Above, the stars twinkle softly, the constellations moving slowly across the velvet night sky. The moonlight brushes over rooftops and trees, pooling in quiet corners, shimmering in windows, touching every leaf and stone. Imagine tracing the constellations with your gaze, following invisible paths, letting each pattern calm your mind, like soft footprints guiding you into a deep, restful sleep. The storyteller leans back in the long hall, voice now almost a whisper, recounting the oldest tales of the village. These stories speak of autumn winds, glowing fires, and the gentle rhythm of daily life, reminders that every day ends in quiet, that every night offers rest. Each word is a thread weaving warmth and calm into the listener's body. Every pause a chance for the mind to breathe. Every soft exhale inviting deeper relaxation. From outside, the faintest wind stirs, brushing against the leaves, making them rustle ever so slightly. Imagine lying beneath a soft blanket, eyes closed, letting the whispering leaves brush against your senses. Each rustle, each sigh of the wind, each gentle shimmer of the moonlight draws your thoughts away from the day, carrying you softly into the rhythm of sleep. The village is now fully wrapped in the hush of night, each cottage exhaling gentle warmth into the cool autumn air. Imagine stepping lightly along the narrow paths, leaves brushing softly underfoot, the faint scent of wood smoke curling around you like a gentle embrace. The moon hangs low, silver and serene, spilling light across the cobblestones and the curling ivy along cottage walls. Each step you take is unhurried, measured, sinking slowly into the rhythm of the village night. The fountain in the square murmurs softly, water glinting in the moonlight like tiny stars scattered across the stone. Imagine leaning closer, feeling the cool mist settle faintly on your skin, each drop a gentle tap against your senses. The sound is hypnotic, a soft and constant thread weaving through the quiet of the village, echoing the slow, calm cadence of your own breathing. Lanterns sway in the gentle wind, their golden glow dancing across the streets, flickering on wooden doors and windowsills. Shadows stretch lazily along the walls, curling and uncurling as if breathing in time with the night. Imagine reaching out, fingertips brushing lightly against a lantern, feeling the warmth radiate softly, a comforting pulse that matches the quiet beating of your own heart. From the long hall, faint murmurs of the hearthlight gathering drift outward. Villagers speak softly, their voices low and gentle, telling stories of autumn moonlight, wandering streams, and the soft hum of daily life. The stories are unhurried, melodic, almost like a lullaby. You can imagine sinking into a soft blanket nearby, the warmth of the fire spreading slowly through your body, each word curling into your mind, coaxing thoughts to drift away, leaving only calm. The wind carries whispers of the surrounding forest leaves, rustling softly, branches swaying, and tiny animals moving quietly in the underbrush. Each sound is delicate, intentional, almost like nature itself is tucking the village into a deep, peaceful sleep. You can imagine tracing the path of the wind with your fingers, feeling its cool, soft touch on your skin, and letting it guide your mind to stillness. Cats and dogs settle in their places, purring and breathing slowly. Hedgehogs curl beneath piles of leaves, and owls perch silently, watching over the village with gentle, steady eyes. Even the smallest movement, the faintest sound of a creature stirring, is rhythmic and reassuring, a reminder of life continuing quietly and harmoniously. You feel yourself merge into this rhythm, your body softening, every muscle unwinding, every thought melting away. Along the moonlit streets, the scattered leaves whisper softly with every breath of wind. Imagine following them on a slow walk, each leaf turning, swirling, and settling with delicate precision. Their movement mirrors your breathing, inhaling and exhaling gently, as if the world itself is guiding you deeper into calm, slower, heavier rest. The stream at the edge of the village glimmers faintly under the moon. You can imagine approaching it, hearing the soft lapping of water against the banks, feeling its cool air brush your face. The sound is hypnotic, steady, and gentle, carrying away the remnants of wakefulness, leaving behind nothing but tranquility. Every ripple becomes a heartbeat, syncing with yours, easing your thoughts, softening your chest, relaxing your mind. From a distant cottage, the lullaby continues, a soft hum, almost imperceptible, weaving through the village like a gentle thread. Each note floats on the autumn air, brushing past rooftops, weaving through trees, and curling softly around the cottages. You can feel the melody brushing across your shoulders, down your spine, carrying every ounce of tension into the night, leaving your body weightless and still. The hearth in the long hall glows faintly, the embers pulsing in soft, steady rhythms. Imagine sitting close, toes warmed by the fire, blanket pulled gently around you, each crackle a tiny nudge, guiding your mind into dreamlike calm. Outside, the stars shimmer faintly, leaves rustle gently, and the faintest hum of the village night continuous, soothing lullaby. The village now feels suspended in time, as if the night itself has slowed to a gentle, unhurried heartbeat. Imagine wandering along a moonlit lane, leaves drifting lazily around your feet, each one catching the silver glow like tiny lanterns. The air is crisp but soft, brushing lightly against your cheeks, carrying the faint scent of wood smoke herbs and the rich, earthy aroma of fallen leaves. Each inhalation draws calm deeper into your lungs. Each exhale releases tension, and you feel lighter, slower, more peaceful with every step. In the center of the village, the long hall stands like a glowing heart. Inside, the Hearthlight gatherers sit quietly, cloaked in wool, sipping warm, herbal brews. The fire crackles faintly, sending tiny sparks upward, each one a tiny flicker of calm. You can imagine the sound, soft and irregular, like gentle rainfall, its warmth seeping into your body. Every muscle begins to loosen, every thought softens, and the steady hum of life around you becomes a gentle lullaby. Outside, the autumn wind whispers through the trees. Leaves rustle softly, twirling down in lazy spirals, and the faintest hint of frost sparkles along their edges. Imagine following the path of a single leaf, watching it drift and float, carried by the wind, twisting and turning with perfect slowness. Each movement mirrors your own breathing, slow, deliberate, steady. The leaf floats past rooftops, along quiet streets, past sleeping animals, and finally settles softly on a patch of mossy ground inviting your body and mind to settle just as gently. The villagers' pets have all found their places for the night. Cats curl on windowsills, their purrs soft and rhythmic. Dogs sigh and stretch once, twice, then rest, tails twitching slowly. Even the smallest hedgehogs and mice move quietly, deliberately, and gently. Every small sound blends seamlessly into the nocturnal symphony, a heartbeat, a breath, a pulse of life that carries you deeper into calm. Each note a soft brush against your senses. From a distant corner of the village, a lone lute hums a soft melody. The tune is slow, stretched across the night, with pauses that feel like gentle sighs. You can imagine it winding around corners, brushing past lanterns, curling around rooftops, slipping through windows, and wrapping each cottage in a blanket of sound. Its rhythm is hypnotic, steady, comforting, a gentle nudge for the mind to let go, the body to sink, and sleep to arrive naturally. Above, the stars shimmer faintly, the constellations slow in their nightly dance. The moonlight spills across the village, pooling softly on rooftops, on leaves, on the faint glimmer of frost. Imagine tracing the constellations with your mind, letting your gaze float upward, letting each star guide you. Each shimmer dissolves your awareness of wakefulness. Every inhalation and exhalation follows the quiet rhythm of the universe, slow, expansive, soft. The fountain in the square continues its gentle trickle. You can hear each droplet, faint and delicate, tapping against the stone. Its sound blends perfectly with the whisper of leaves, the rustle of distant animals, and the faint crackle of embers in the long hall hearth. Imagine leaning close, feeling the mist against your skin, letting it carry away the last remaining threads of tension, until your body feels weightless, cradled in the slow, tender rhythm of the village. In the long hall, the storyteller leans back, voice now almost imperceptible, recounting tiny moments of autumn magic, leaves glowing in silver moonlight, dew sparkling like tiny gems, a fox pausing in the quiet fields to watch the moon. Each word is soft and deliberate, every pause inviting you to sink further into dreamlike awareness. You feel as though you are floating above the village, held in a warm cocoon, eyes heavy, muscles loose, thoughts melting into the night. The wind stirs again, but gently this time, barely brushing rooftops and leaves. Tiny sparks from the fire drift upward in slow arcs, carrying the faintest glow, the softest heat. The village seems to breathe slowly, deliberately, in rhythm with your own heartbeat. You are completely immersed in this calm, magical night, every sense attuned to gentle warmth, soft light, and the serene cadence of autumn life. The village now rests completely under the autumn night, every cottage, street, and tree held in the hush of tranquility. Imagine walking slowly along a moonlit path one last time, leaves drifting around your feet, brushing softly against your shoes or bare toes. The air is cool and gentle, carrying the faint scent of smoke, herbs, and autumn earth, and each inhalation draws this calm deep into your lungs. Every exhale carries away lingering thoughts, stress, and tension, leaving your body weightless, relaxed, and ready to rest. At the heart of the village, the long hall glows faintly from its hearth. Villagers sit quietly, wrapped in blankets, sipping warm teas, and whispering gentle stories. You can feel the soft warmth of the fire radiating into the room, and imagine curling up on a bench or thick rug, letting its heat seep slowly through your body. Each crackle of embers is a tiny heartbeat, steady, calm, familiar, guiding your muscles to loosen, your mind to soften, and your eyes to grow heavy. Outside, the gentle autumn wind stirs leaves softly, each one spinning and floating in slow, graceful arcs. You can picture following the path of a single leaf as it drifts lazily past rooftops, over cobblestones, and finally settles into a quiet patch of moss. Its journey is slow and deliberate, a mirror of your own fading awareness, carrying your thoughts gently away as your body sinks into complete rest. The fountain in the village square continues its delicate trickle. The water glistens faintly in the moonlight, rippling softly, a hypnotic rhythm that matches your own steady breathing. You imagine leaning close, feeling the cool mist brush your skin, each droplet a whisper of calm. The gentle patter blends perfectly with the rustle of leaves, the soft sighs of sleeping animals, and the faint crackle from the long hall hearth. All these sounds weave together into a perfect lullaby, pulling your mind, body, and spirit toward sleep. Above, the stars twinkle faintly in the clear autumn sky. Imagine tracing constellations with your mind, following their slow, steady paths across the night. Each star glows softly, every pattern a guiding thread, and with each inhalation and exhalation, you feel lighter, calmer, more ready to drift. The moon's silver light pools across rooftops, gardens, and quiet streets, illuminating every corner of the village in a soft, protective glow. The storyteller in the long hall speaks almost imperceptibly, sharing the final whispers of autumn magic. The fox pausing under a moonlit tree, dew sparkling like tiny gems, a gentle owl watching silently from a branch. Each word is stretched softly, every pause deliberate, allowing your mind to follow without effort, dissolving thought into the rhythm of the night. You feel yourself floating above the village, weightless, embraced by warmth, light, and calm, your body and mind fully surrendering to rest. Cats curl in windowsills, dogs breathe deeply in the corner of the hall, and the last hedgehogs nestle beneath piles of leaves. Each slow, gentle breath of these creatures blends with your own, forming a quiet, continuous symphony of relaxation. You feel connected to this peaceful rhythm, the subtle pulse of life guiding you gently into sleep, each heartbeat syncing with the calm cadence of the village. From outside, the leaves whisper softly in the wind. The stream ripples quietly, and the moonlight dances faintly across rooftops. You imagine these movements brushing lightly against your skin, each touch a whisper of calm, each shift a lullaby for your mind. Every sound, light, and movement merges seamlessly, leaving nothing but soft, weightless peace, a gentle invitation to drift fully into the realm of dreams. The fire in the long hall dims to glowing embers, the lute hums its faintest note, and the storyteller's whispers fade into nothing but the soft pulse of the night. You are completely immersed in this sleepy village, a warm, quiet world where every leaf, every animal, every flicker of light exists to guide you into deep, restorative sleep. Your body is heavy but comfortable, your breathing slow and steady, and your mind floats in the gentle rhythm of the village night. Now, as you lie fully at rest, the village holds you in its gentle embrace. Every sound, every light, every movement fades softly, leaving you suspended in warm calm. You drift completely into sleep, weightless, serene, and safe, carried by the rhythm of autumn, the heartbeat of the hearth, and the hush of the sleepy village. The village night stretches endlessly, peaceful and undisturbed. Imagine wandering further along quiet lanes, the the sound of your footsteps softened by a thick carpet of fallen leaves. Each step produces only the faintest rustle, like a whisper, and your mind begins to mirror this softness, thoughts slowing and melting away. The cool autumn air brushes lightly against your skin, carrying the faint scent of apple orchards, damp earth, and a hint of burning wood from distant hearths. Each inhalation draws this serenity deep into your lungs, each exhale releasing the day's lingering tension. Along the edge of the village, small cottages nestle close to the hills, their chimneys sending up faint curls of smoke that dissolve into the night. You can imagine looking through the windows, seeing warm fires casting golden light across low tables, blankets draped over chairs, and soft shadows moving gently across the walls. Each home feels like a quiet, safe world, breathing slowly in rhythm with the village itself. In the fields beyond, frost sparkles on tall grasses, catching the moonlight like tiny diamonds. A deer moves quietly, its hooves barely making a sound on the soft earth. Imagine following its slow, deliberate path from a distance, feeling the rhythm of its steps settle into your own heartbeat. The night animals stir quietly, hedgehogs sniffing along leaf piles, owls blinking lazily from branches, foxes pausing to gaze at the glowing moon. Each movement, delicate and deliberate, adds another layer of calm to the night, lulling your mind and body toward deeper rest. Back in the village, the long hall's warmth radiates outward. The gentle hum of conversation continues, soft and measured. Villagers share small, comforting stories. The first frost on the pumpkin patch, a cat discovering its reflection in a quiet pond, the slow, golden fall of leaves in the orchard. You can imagine yourself sitting among them, wrapped in a blanket, the fire's gentle heat pressing softly against your legs. Each story becomes a lullaby, each pause a sigh, each soft word guiding your thoughts to slow, float, and drift. Outside, lanterns sway slowly along the streets. Imagine the golden light reflecting in puddles from an earlier autumn rain, creating tiny mirrors of warmth in the moonlit streets. The shadows stretch and curve gently with the wind, moving in soft, mesmerizing patterns. You might reach out to touch one, but it dissolves under your fingertips, leaving only a sense of calm and wonder. Every shimmer, every flicker of light seems to say, it's okay to rest. You are safe. You are held by the night. The stream near the village glimmers faintly, water lapping softly against stones. Tiny ripples catch the moonlight, moving slowly as though the world itself has slowed to match your breathing. Imagine leaning close, letting the cool mist brush your cheeks, feeling it carry away any lingering tension. Every ripple, every trickle, every faint splash blends seamlessly with the whisper of leaves, the hum of the village, and the soft crackle of distant fires, creating a perfect, continuous lullaby. High above, the stars twinkle faintly, each one a soft note in the symphony of night. Imagine tracing the constellations with your mind, following invisible lines that stretch across the sky. Each line, each point of light, guides your awareness further from wakefulness, deeper into dreamlike calm. The moon hangs like a quiet guardian, its silver glow spilling gently across rooftops. The stream, the fields, and every rustling leaf bathing the village in a protective embrace. A cat curls in the windowsill of the long hall, its body slow and deliberate in every stretch and yawn. A dog lies at the hearth, chest rising and falling with steady, comforting breaths. Every subtle sound, every tiny movement is mirrored in your own body, drawing your muscles to relax further, your thoughts to soften, your eyelids to grow heavier. Imagine letting your awareness drift into the rhythm of these animals, your own body moving in harmony with the village's heartbeat. The storyteller's voice, now almost a whisper, drifts through the long hall. Tales of autumn moonlight, silvered leaves, and quiet village magic weave through the room. Imagine hearing each word as if it were a gentle caress, each pause a sigh, each phrase a soft, guiding hand, leading you closer to sleep. You are wrapped in warmth, surrounded by calm, and drifting into a state where every sound, scent, and movement exists solely to ease you into rest. Outside, the wind rustles the leaves in the orchards and fields, carrying the faintest notes of herbs and earth. A single leaf detaches, twirling slowly toward the ground, and you imagine following its path. Its slow, spiraling descent mirrors your own breath. Hail, exhale, inhale, exhale until your body feels weightless, your mind quiet, and every part of you cradled in calm. The embers in the hearth glow faintly, pulsing softly like a heartbeat. Each flicker is a gentle reminder of warmth, continuity, and safety. Lanterns sway, shadows dance, leaves rustle, and the village breathes in gentle harmony with you. The night itself becomes a lullaby, guiding your awareness into the soft, dreamlike space between wakefulness and sleep. The village night stretches endlessly, its quiet streets bathed in silver moonlight. Imagine wandering slowly down a narrow lane, the soft crunch of leaves beneath your feet blending seamlessly with the faint rustle of trees and the whisper of distant water. Each step feels lighter than the last, as though the world itself has slowed just for you. The air is crisp and comforting, carrying the delicate scent of wood smoke, ripe apples, and the faint, earthy sweetness of fallen leaves. Each breath draws serenity deep into your lungs. Each exhale releases tension, and with every step, your body sinks further into calm. Along the village edge, cottages stand like small, glowing sentinels. Faint light spills from low windows, casting warm rectangles across the cobblestones. Inside, firelight flickers across walls and furniture, painting everything in gentle, dancing patterns. You can imagine peeking through a window and seeing villagers sitting close together, wrapped in soft wool, sipping warm drinks, their faces serene. The warmth radiates out, almost touching your skin as you pass, reminding you that you are safe, held, and embraced by this quiet world. The orchards beyond the village are heavy with late autumn fruit. Imagine walking slowly between the trees, each step stirring the crisp, fallen leaves beneath your feet. Apples glimmer faintly in the moonlight, golden and red, their skin smooth and cool to the touch. You reach out, brushing a finger across one, feeling its gentle firmness and faintly sweet aroma. Each inhale brings the scent deeper into your senses. Each exhale releases any lingering wakefulness, carrying you further into dreamlike calm. The gentle murmur of the stream at the edge of the village blends with the soft rustling of leaves. Tiny ripples catch the moonlight, shimmering and moving slowly, reflecting the stars above. Imagine crouching beside it, letting the faint mist touch your cheeks, letting your fingers trace the delicate flow of water. Each ripple becomes a heartbeat, syncing with your own slow, steady breathing. You feel the tension of your body soften, your muscles melting, your mind floating along with the current, effortless and calm. Back in the village, The lanterns sway softly, casting a warm, golden glow. Shadows stretch and curl lazily across walls and windows, moving with the gentle rhythm of the night. Imagine brushing your hand along one of these shadows, feeling only warmth, softness, and calm. Each flicker, each shimmer, whispers reassurance. You are safe, you are at peace, and it is time to rest. The long hall's heart glows faintly, the embers pulsing like a gentle heartbeat. Villagers' voices float through the room in soft murmurs, telling quiet tales of autumn magic. A fox pausing in the moonlit orchard, frost glinting on pumpkins, the soft flutter of a bird's wings at dusk. Each story slows your mind, each pause gives you space to breathe. Each word draws you deeper into the gentle rhythm of the village night. Outside, the wind moves with perfect slowness, brushing against trees and rooftops, rustling leaves softly. A single leaf detaches, twirling in a lazy spiral down to the ground. Imagine following it with your gaze, letting its gentle motion guide your own breathing. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Every movement of the leaf, every whisper of the wind, carries your thoughts further from wakefulness, closer to complete surrender to sleep. Above, the stars shimmer faintly, their glow mirrored in puddles and streams. The moon hangs like a quiet guardian, its silver light brushing rooftops, trees, and cobblestones. Each glimmer of light is a tiny beacon, a soft pulse guiding your mind and body deeper into calm. Each one drawing you further into the quiet, magical world of the village night. Cats curl in windowsills, dogs stretch and sigh before settling at the hearth, and even hedgehogs find quiet corners beneath piles of leaves. Their slow, deliberate breaths form a soft rhythm, syncing naturally with your own. You feel your body melt further into warmth and comfort, your mind emptying of thought, and your awareness drifting toward dreamlike stillness. The storyteller's voice drifts faintly, almost imperceptible, sharing the last gentle tales of the night. Frost on the orchard leaves, the slow dance of moonlight across fields, and the quiet flight of an owl across silvered rooftops. Each word is slow, melodic, and deliberate, carrying the listener deeper into a state of soft, dreamlike surrender. You feel yourself floating above the village, cradled in warmth, light, and calm, fully immersed in the serenity of this autumn night. The village feels even softer now, wrapped in the deep hush of night. Imagine walking slowly along a path lined with ancient trees, their branches heavy with turning leaves, each one brushing gently against the next as the wind sighs softly through the canopy. The air carries a subtle chill, but it is gentle, comforting, and safe, brushing softly against your cheeks and hands. Every inhalation draws serenity and warmth into your chest, and every exhale releases the last traces of tension. With each step, your body feels heavier, softer, more relaxed, and your mind drifts closer to the gentle edge of sleep. Along the village streets, lanterns glow like quiet sentinels, their golden light spilling in soft pools on the cobblestones. Shadows stretch lazily, shifting with the slow sway of the lanterns in the evening breeze. You can imagine touching one of these shadows. It gives only warmth, softness, and calm. Every shimmer, every flicker is a gentle nudge to relax, a quiet signal that everything is safe and that it is time to rest fully. Beyond the village, the orchards hum softly with the hush of night. Leaves twist in slow spirals to the ground. Apples glimmer faintly in the moonlight, and the faint scent of ripened fruit mingles with the crisp air. You can picture walking slowly between the trees, reaching out to brush a fingertip across a fallen leaf, feeling the faint chill and delicate texture. Each tiny sensation pulls you deeper into awareness of the moment, slowing your mind, softening your body, and drawing every thought into gentle stillness. The stream near the edge of the village glimmers under the moonlight, each ripple catching the light like tiny diamonds. Imagine crouching beside it, letting the cool mist brush your cheeks, your fingers tracing the delicate flow. Each ripple, each soft splash, blends with the rustle of leaves, the faint crackle of distant fires, and the soft breath of night animals. Together, these sounds form a continuous, hypnotic lullaby, a rhythm that matches the slow beat of your heart and the gentle rise and fall of your breath. Back in the long hall, the hearth glows faintly, embers pulsing softly in a rhythmic cadence. Villagers sit quietly, cloaked in wool, sipping herbal brews. Their voices are low, almost imperceptible, sharing small, tender stories. The soft first frost of autumn, the slow dance of firelight on walls, the quiet curiosity of a fox peeking through the orchard. Each story drifts through the air, slow and deliberate, melting into the room like warm honey. Your body absorbs this warmth, your muscles release, your eyelids grow heavier, and your mind drifts closer to dreams. Outside, the wind moves gently, rustling leaves in a soft, mesmerizing chorus. A single leaf detaches from a tree, twirling lazily in a spiral down to the ground. You can follow it with your eyes, letting its slow movement mirror your breathing. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Each twist and turn carries away tension. Each soft landing draws you deeper into calm. The night itself becomes a living lullaby, guiding your awareness toward the soft edges of sleep. Above, the stars glimmer faintly in a vast, velvet sky. The moon hangs like a gentle guardian, spilling silver light across rooftops, streets, and quiet gardens. Imagine tracing the constellations with your mind, each star a soft point of focus, each line between them a path guiding you into deep relaxation. Your thoughts dissolve into the night sky, leaving only calm, weightless peace and the gentle rhythm of the village breathing in harmony with you. The storyteller's voice drifts faintly, weaving final tales of autumn magic. A fox pausing under moonlight, frost sparkling on leaves, a single owl gliding silently across the fields. Each word is stretched softly, each pause deliberate, guiding your mind further into dreamlike stillness. You float above the village, fully immersed in warmth, light, and gentle night rhythms, feeling weightless and at peace. The cats and dogs settle in their places for the night. The hearth crackles faintly, leaves rustle softly in the orchards. Lanterns sway, the stream ripples gently, and the wind whispers across the hills. Each subtle sound, each soft movement becomes part of your own rhythm, slow, steady, serene. Your body is completely relaxed, your mind calm, and you are cradled in the gentle heartbeat of the sleepy village. The moonlight brushes every rooftop, every leaf, every cobblestone, pooling softly in corners and wrapping everything in a warm silver glow. You feel as though the village itself is holding you, each lantern, ember, ripple, and rustle a tender, protective presence. There is no need to think, no need to move, only the soft, infinite calm of night. And now, dear listener, as you drift fully into the hush of autumn night, the village breathes with you, the stars watch over you, the fire hums its gentle heartbeat, and the world itself whispers, Rest now, sleep deeply, and dream peacefully. Good night, dear listener. The village sleeps, the hills breathe, and you drift completely, effortlessly into deep, gentle slumber.